Okay, so as you can see, he didn't bring a dozer. He ended up bringing an excavator, and that's fine because he said he thinks he can do a better job with it and it'd be better for making the roads. And right now what he's doing is widening out this trail that I've made down the first flat. And once he gets that done, we're going to try to keep on going down the hill. That looks real good, Greg.
That's why I wanted to bring that excavator, man, so we get a hold of these vines, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I brought the thing, it would have just been, it'd have been a mess.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
I think this will work out good.
This is already looking great. Good old Osage orange, huh? Okay, so he widened out my trail here and then put a ditch here on the side for the rainwater. Then he dug out this Osage orange stump that I cut down years ago. He had a heck of a time getting that out, but he got it. And now he's working on getting down to the next flat. And I'm interested to see how he's going to do this because I had a hard time figuring out the best way. But I will say he brought the right tool for the job without a doubt. So he's at the steep part now over here, and he's doing what I was trying to do. He's digging out the hillside and then trying to make a road angled to get down to the next flat. But like I said, when I did that with the tractor, I started sliding down the hill. This is just way better to have this excavator here. He's almost down there to the next flat. trees and stuff. That's something I couldn't do with the tractor. I'd be driving into it blind, not knowing what the ground looks like underneath. Since he's got that thumb on that excavator, he can just rip it all out. And he is just about down to that next flat. So there's what we got so far, and then this is all brand spanking new. He's still working on getting down that next flat. This is what was so tricky for me. Look how steep that is. Made it. He has made it to the next flat. So this is what it took to get down here. There's a lot of hillside right there. So now you know why I had to fight. And I couldn't do it myself. I just didn't feel right with the tractor. This is working out a whole lot better. So here is the flat we were trying to get down to. They're at lunch right now. But once he gets back, he's going to start clearing this stuff out and then taking the trail over that way. And he's also going to come back this way. And then this is, I mean, look how much he had to dig out here on the side. And this is a slope, but it's nothing the side by side or a tractor can't handle. And this was not here this morning. Clear up to where the excavator's sitting right now. That's all the farther my trail went where that excavator's sitting. So, and then there's the big Osage orange stump that he had so much trouble ripping out, because you've heard me talk about Osage orange before. It is hard, but it burns hot, and there's a good bit of it here that I can cut up, so that's good. And then I don't know if you could hear me earlier, he widened out my original trail. And he's going to put a ditch along all of this, all the way down that way the water won't wash out the trail. And cutting some vines out, we definitely have plenty of them. See how thick these woods are? This is going to help me out so much. And I'm already seeing like dead trees and stuff along the edges of the trail. Wait till winter time when the leaves are off. Got a little mud hole right here. We'll have to work on that later. Yeah, so we got this little run coming down off the hill here, and that's why this spot's all muddy. I'll have to put a culvert pipe in there. Yeah, just look at this. This is a black locust log, and there's another section of it right there. This is all dead, been dried out. It's ready to burn. It just needs cut and split. And some of these I won't even split. I'll just make them overnight log burners. So I mean, we're going to be set up really good, I think, for this winter with all the wood that I'm seeing. So up here, another black locust log, and then I don't know if you can see, there's some stones here, and all along this flat there's stones sticking out, some rocks, and then it gets a little bit wet right here. It's almost a little bit of a ravine. Another place we're going to have to put culvert pipe, that way this trail don't get washed out. But he's up there, he's moving around big black locust logs up there too. I got them everywhere. So some of these I'll be able to use for fence posts, and some of these, most of them will be for firewood, which is one of my favorite kinds of wood to burn. Alright, so we're heading back uphill now because we're out here at the point of my field, and I have seen an old logging road that comes down to here and connects. So we're going to try to connect it so you can go ahead and do a loop. I won't be bringing the tractors down this side, but I could take the side by side of it. So we was almost to that road, but there was a huge yellow jacket's nest, so I told him to turn around. So now he's coming back the way he came, and he's, as you can see, he's cleaning up and leveling out the road as he comes back. So I don't want him getting in those yellow jackets. That'd be bad. Alright, so they took a little break, and then they came back out and they cut that one hanging elm tree down. And now, as you can see, he's heading this way. And we'll see how far we can get with the trail this way. Found a pawpaw tree, but he had to knock it down. But we got plenty of other ones, so it's not a big deal. And another Osage orange, and another one back behind it. Alright, he's coming out of there. He got me a good ways across. It's 5 o'clock now. They've done a good 8-hour day, and I told him I can keep going out that way and expanding that with the tractor, so because it's not as steep out that way. So he's coming out now, and he did all this in a day, and I'm very, very pleased. huge black walnut behind him there. Couldn't even have a chance to get to it before. He's even taking care of this maple stump for me. Okay, so it's the next day, and I took the family for a ride on these trails last night, but these trails need some more work. All I heard was roots and vines slapping the bottom of the side-by-side. So I'm going to walk you through, that way you can see just how far he made it on these trails yesterday and what it looks like. Okay, so you saw this was coming down. I had this trail built, and there's a lot of work that needs done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and get some grass seed and then bring some old hay down and cover all this slope and plant some grass here to keep it from washing out. And that should take off growing pretty quick if I do that here soon. And then as you come down here to the bottom, which, yeah, it's got a slope to it, you know, but it's not too steep. I feel comfortable on this, and that's the main thing. But I probably will, I think the tractor to use down here is going to be the 225S, my 25 horse, and I probably will cut back on these edges, especially out this way. And that's the way we're going to go first, because that's the long way. And that's where I really needed him, because it's steep out this way. Yeah, see all the junk on the ground. I got a lot of cleaning up to do here. But I mean, as you can see, he moved a lot of firewood here on the sides, and a lot of it's ready to burn. And I'm going to try to show you right up here. There's a really pretty view that in the fall, I know that's going to open up really nice, and going to have a really nice view here. I think it's on up. Right here's that spring coming out of the hill. We figured out it is a spring. Look at that water. So I have to get that done very soon. Like I said, there's work to be done here, because this could wash out. So that's going to be a culvert pipe, put stones on it, and then, oh, deer tracks. And then put some dirt over top of that. There we go. And we're still a good ways away from the end. Right here, I'm going to turn here. Look at that view right there. That hill comes down the side. There's another creek that comes and meets the creek down there at the bottom. That's going to open up nice, and there's some more dead trees to knock down. So this is going to be a pretty little spot right here. So the yellow jacket's nest is right here somewhere, and right there is the logging trail that goes up the hill and into the field on the bend. So we were right here, but I told him, don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of this yellow jacket's nest, and then I'm hoping I can dig the rest of this out with 225S. There is a stump there, but it's rotted. So hopefully we can work our way over here. And then there's another huge, you probably can't see it, a huge dead locust tree. They're just everywhere. Okay, so we're back here at the intersection where we come down from the house, and now we're going to go this way. Bunch of vines. I mean, all the stupid brush and stuff. This was so thick. He opened it up really nice. Like I said, all this junk on the ground, I gotta clean all this up. But this is nice here to be able to get over to this side. That was the main thing, this right here. And it's all because he got me down this flat. I knew if I could get down this flat, I could move around some. And he did this in like the last hour that he was here. Just open this up. It's not steep. And you're gonna see he stopped up here, but I can keep going with it. So, oh, something, there's fresh deer manure right there. So apparently the animals are liking the new trails already. I'm gonna have to put a trail camera up. But you come right out through here. And here is the end over here. He came up on another Osage orange tree across, and he's like, how is this? I said, that is fine. He did a good day. But yeah, all I gotta do is cut this out and I can keep going that way. And then we found an old road that goes down this way, and it's not overly steep. So I might be able to get down to the next flat starting here and work my way back. So we'll see. All right, so there you have it. Finally got some trails in down here, and he did in a day what would have took me for forever, because I've been trying to do this for years. Haven't been able to make it down this far. I'm glad we did it. And if you're around this area, that's Greg Miner from Northern Sky Industries. That's his company, and he did exactly what I wanted him to do, and he did a great job. He had me nervous a couple times when he was on the hills, but he knew what he was doing. He did a fine job, and his son Chuck was helping out too. So if you're around this area, I would recommend them. Like I said, we're going to have some trail maintenance work to do here. And now I'm going to be able to get down in my woods to finally be able to take care of them and to work on them. So there's a lot of potential here for things that we can do here in the future, and things that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, everybody, thanks for watching.